FL Studio is the fastest way from your brain to your speakers and comes with everything you need to get started right out of the box. FL Studio is loaded with effects, loops, and software instruments to get you started in no time. Do you have a need for a simple piano sound? Or how about a funky Rhodes piano? Or even an organ? FL Studio has your back. Load up the FL Keys plugin and you're good to go. This is a very straightforward, no-frills instrument that will provide you with any of these sounds with no fuss. Let's have a look. As you can see, this plugin was intended for inserting and playing with very little tweaking. First thing you do is select your sound set. You have a piano, a classic Rhodes electric piano, and even an organ. There is even an on-screen keyboard that allows you to quickly audition the instrument, which can be hidden if you wish. FL Keys does come with a few parameters that you can use to tweak the sound if desired. They are broken into 4 sections: environment, miscellaneous, velocity, and tuning. The environment section is where you would tweak the type of room or space that the instrument is being played in. The decay parameter will determine how long the note will ring while the key is being played. Shorter values will have the note decay quicker, while longer values will let the note ring for longer periods of time. The release parameter will determine how long the note rings after the key has been released. Shorter values will have a faster release time, while higher values will let the note ring longer after the key has been released. The panning parameter works in conjunction with the LFO, which we will look at in a moment. When panned to the right, the LFO is used to apply automatic panning to the sound. When panned to the left, the LFO will be used to create a tremolo effect. The stereo parameter determines the width of the stereo field of the keyboard range. Panning right will allow the higher notes to be played on the right side, while panning left will place the lower keys to the left side. When the stereo parameter is in the middle, the keyboard range is spread evenly across the stereo field. Under the miscellaneous section, we have the overdrive control, which adds a little bite to your sound. The LFO parameter is used to define the character of the auto panning or tremolo that we looked at with the panning parameter. Larger values of the LFO will produce a stronger effect. In this case, the tremolo effect. Use the treble control to tame some of the higher frequencies. The stretch parameter applies subtle amounts of pitch shifting to the notes above C5. The higher the note, the more pitch shifting is applied. The first velocity parameter determines how much of the effect that the velocity of the note being played has on the muffler parameter, in which we'll look at shortly. If set to 0, no matter how hard you hit the key, the muffle value of the note produced will be the same. As you increase this value, the velocity will start to alter the value of the muffle parameter. At 100%, the instrument will respond to all variations of the velocity of the MIDI note being played. The muffle parameter will apply a low-pass filter to create a muffled sound. Larger values will apply more of the low-pass filter. Again, don't forget to play with the velocity parameter to have different muffle effects for different velocities. The second velocity parameters works the same as the first. However, it affects the hardness amount. Hardness is used to adjust the virtual size and brightness of the keyboard. The sensitivity parameter controls how the variations in velocity affects the volumes of the note being played. Setting this to 0% will result in a note of the same volume regardless of how hard the note was played. while setting it to 100% would have the volume of the note change depending on the velocity of the note played. Finally, we have some tuning controls. The tune parameter will apply either negative or positive pitch shifting in steps of cents. The detune parameter will apply random pitch shifting and can produce some interesting effects. FL Studio, the fastest way from your brain to your speakers.